launching of the Cybernet Space Cube, the computer-enhanced podcast of the future. Transformers Slag Podcast. What up, everybody? How we all doing this Saturday night? It's the Transformers Slag Podcast Saturday night live stream main event. I'm your host, Protoman. I'm the face that runs the place. Monday to Friday. I'm a little tired. It's pretty much the first week of spring here in Canada, and I'm doing some spring cleaning. But I'm going to try to power through this and give you guys a educational and entertaining evening in the world of Transformers. How we all doing? Nice to see all my people are here. Larry's here, Mikey's here, Stinkfist. Everybody's here chilling. Tom Laney, all the peeps, all the YouTube members. So it's going to be a busy one today. We got some cool stuff. Got some cool stuff in the mail, which I'm going to get into in a moment. Pretty crazy stuff. But let's jump into the news. We'll get into that. We'll cover that kind of stuff first. And then we'll check out some mailbag stuff. We'll take some super chats from the fans. Again, if you want to ask any questions, just super chat at any time. And we will just enjoy. And I'm going to be sucking down the water like crazy because I am bushed. Did a lot of spring cleaning today. So let's do that, shall we? So the first piece of news that hit on Monday. And again, I said last live stream that it was going to be a busy week in terms of stuff coming out of the factories. And, well, I wasn't kidding. So the first one we got here is, of course, this image that was circulating around the dark web of the Transformer fandom for about 3 weeks now and just popped up finally publicly within the websites. And it's that of a toy-accurate Voyageur class Dinobot from Beast Wars based off of the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Voyageur Dinobot. Now, this is really aimed at a very specific market of people. Some people have been critical of it, going like, ooh, I don't know about this. You know, it's kind of like a weird color. Some people are hyped about this, that, you know, maybe grew up with this toy, or, you know, that was their first Transformer toy, even specifically this design. And again, it's very unique look itself. Again, using that Kingdom Grimlock head sculpt, which is the toy-accurate head sculpt. And, yeah. I mean, I dig it. I think it's cool. But then again, I have a soft spot for Beast Wars, and I had all of these original toys back in the day. So I kind of just have a soft spot for it. I dig the fact that they painted the nails of the Dino hands, considering that even the original Dinobot toy didn't have the painted nails, but yet they decided to paint this one. Even the Kingdom one didn't have it either. So very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Also, again, the choice to use the clear plastic, not to use the clear plastic on the legs was kind of a smart move, considering how clear plastic is done today with ABS and how it's much more brittle and thin than it was many years ago, where it was compacted much more thickly. So, again, not going with clear plastic on such a friction joint like that on the legs, kind of a smart move. It works out in the end, but I dig it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm very curious how the rest of the paint apps are spread around, because, you know, his original sword didn't have any paint on it. Are they going to put paint on the sword that comes with the Kingdom version? Because the Kingdom swords version, if you look at the Dinobot there on the bottom right, had a lot of paint on it. So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting to see what they do. I'm very interested in this guy. But again, it's not for everybody. I understand that. It's just one of those cases where it's like, it's a nostalgia purchase more than anything else. So let's see what happens in the future with that. We'll probably see some more images sooner than later. Get to see that bot mode, get to see how those weapons are, the rotor blade and the sword, and find out how this will be distributed and how you'll be able to get it. Probably is going to be a buzzworthy Bumblebee if I was a betting man, but we shall see. Speaking of toy accurate, another one popped up today also and went up on pre-order. Let's talk about the Generation Selects Voyageur class Targetmaster Cyclonus with Nightstick. Now, this mold specifically was voted Toy of the Year last year on the Transformers Slag podcast. You, the fans, voted, and this mold, man, it just destroyed. It absolutely destroyed. Second place wasn't even close. And people really liked that Cyclonus mold. So Mark, who is the designer at Hasbro, who is his favorite character is Cyclonus, was going to make sure that obviously Targetmaster Cyclonus is a thing. And it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Again, invoking that toy accurate color scheme, the deco, the stickers, the design, using Nightstick that comes from the Siege blowpipe mold. So it uses the Siege mold for Nightstick. Kind of funny, like I mentioned in the individual segment of this, how we have a Generation Selects Art Fire that comes with Nightstick, but that used the Fire Drive Siege mold. This one used the blowpipe mold, which I think is slightly more accurate in my opinion, but there's still kind of a long way to go in terms of accuracy, but still looks really cool. I dig it a lot. Let's talk about those deco details. So they did a lot of really cool stuff here. All the little hits, all the little deco hits. And again, on the right to have the Siege Cyclonus, just to compare how different they are and how you could go a long way. So, you know, they got all the little hits, all the little details. I mean, we'll get into the stickers in a second and the sticker drama or the sticker situation, but we kind of got an update on that too since last we talked about it. But I mean, I love what they did here. The little blue on the bunny ears, the stickers that are used on the wings that you could see in obviously more in the alt mode. Everything's great. Everything's great. Even the forearm purple, like just to have that little bit of purple on the forearms, just to kind of invoke the original toys forearms that also had that purple, but still have the wings be gray like the original toy, so they didn't invoke it completely. A lot of cool stuff. Really like it. But let's talk about the sticker issue, because the big problem was that the stickers were kind of, in the stock photos here, they weren't sized correctly. The Decepticon logo was too small. The shoulder logos were, well, the shoulder designs or deco was too small. And then even the landing gears were going to cut into that of the shin stickers. So Mark, the designer from Hasbro, did a little post on his Insta saying those stickers were fixed in production. Unfortunately, these samples were at EP2 stage and we had to shoot them due to timing for the reveal. I apologize for that, but I made sure to work with our engineers to resize them correctly for the final product. I'm trying my best to do the right thing, especially for my favorite character. So, you know, it's his favorite character. Appreciate the feedback and hope this puts your minds at ease. So it looks like the stickers will be done properly for the final release. So don't let the stock images be 100% of an indication how it looks. And what's exciting about that is it means that when we finally do get it in hand, we'll get a proper look at how it actually will pull out and how it'll look. And I'm excited. Looks good. Looks really good. I dig the toy accurate variation because it gives people options. If they preferred more toy colors, if they preferred more show accurate colors, you know, it gives people options, and it's something that's more exciting than "And His Armada," which was rumored before that was going to be one of the releases. It probably still might happen, but this is a little more exciting. Now, what's even more cool is the price, because I was very impressed with Hasbro this time, because let's just reiterate. So the new MSRP right now, and what's happening with the prices with Transformers is everything has gone up $2 or $3, $5, or even $30 in the case of the Titan class. Now, if you look at Cyclonus, when the original mold, when that came out, it was $31.99, $32 just to make it easy, and they could have easily charged the new MSRP of $33.99, which we're used to right now. And then on top of that, Blowpipe, his original MSRP in Siege all those years ago was $5.99. We don't exactly have a Battlemaster MSRP today, but I mean, they could have charged $1 more, $2 more. But that's not the case. They decided, oddly enough, to give us this guy at an MSRP of $38.99. So you're pretty much getting everything at the original MSRP cost from a couple years ago, and I guess the $1 more is the sticker sheet. So there's no inflation with this guy. You actually are getting him for literally at the cost of the price of would have been retail back in Siege. So that's pretty cool, because they could have easily charged more across. They could have charged the full $33.99 for the Cyclonus. Go, okay, we're including a Siege Battlemaster. We're going to add $1 on that one. So that's going to be, you know, let's say $6.99. So that would have made it already like $42, $1 more for the sticker. You know, it would have been way more expensive, but no, $38.99. I'm actually impressed with Hasbro. They didn't overcharge. Good on you, Hasbro. Good on you. So again, hey, we didn't have to pay those new prices. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to knock Hasbro when they do something funky, but when they do something good, you can't take it away from them. Next up, again, another leak. Another leak. What's that other leak? Oh, is it a guy who was only in Revenge of the Fallen for 40 seconds? Why, of course it is. It's Sideways. So this is a Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Sideways. Now, for people who are like, well, who was Sideways again? So he was the guy who was in the movie for 40 seconds at the beginning, being chased by the RC triplets and Sideswipe, and then met an untimely end with a splitting headache. On the right there is from my Instagram, where I took a photo shoot recently of all the past Sideways toys. Just to give you an idea of some of the different aesthetics that were going on with that character, because they couldn't really settle on one kind of look, because let's be real, you didn't really see the robot mode in the movie. You saw it for about a millisecond if you blurry paused it, and that was about it. So they really didn't have a choice with that in terms of decisions of what they were going to go with. Now, granted, there was models of this character in supplemental material. The one in the middle there comes from the video game model from the Revenge of the Fallen video game, and that was actually based off of the Barricade model. They just did like a retooling of the Barricade model, and then they kind of ran with that model after the Revenge of the Fallen video game, and that kind of became the look of Sideways in any kind of supplemental material afterwards, whether it be box art, whether it be comic books, or even appearing in the arcade or the 3D ride of Transformers. If Sideways appears in it, they would use something that was kind of based off of that video game model from Activision. Now then, but you know, when you get to the weirdness of it, like Hisashi Yuki even said himself, when they were designing this character, it was all at the last second. They found out at the last second it was going to be an Audi R8, and they had to tune it a certain way. And so that's why there's this discrepancy of how he looks, because there never really was a set-in-stone kind of look. There is a CG model out there that was used with the movie, but it was kind of last moment and cobbled together. Never really meant to be a toy when you really think about it. Now, the crazy thing with that also is when you're talking, well, what's that weapon that he comes with on the, he has this triple barrel gun here. And people were telling me, oh, Protoman, didn't you play the Revenge of the Fallen video game? Yeah, I did. I love those games. Revenge of the Fallen video game is amazing. The Transformer movies 2007 games are amazing. The DS versions are amazing. The Revenge of the Fallen one's not so much so. And I know that it had like a triple try kind of gun, but Sideways didn't have one. He had like his electric stuff. He had his buzzsaw. He had his Gatling gun. I guess you could probably pick up a triple gun. I don't remember using Sideways that much because he was only one campaign at one point. But apparently, this is a strong reflection of what's going to be happening, where a lot of these toys are now going to be having some of their video game flavor to them. So that's what he's going to look like. It's not going to turn into an Audi R8 due to the licensing issues. It's going to be kind of the same thing like Dino, where it's not going to be a Ferrari. It's going to be a Ferrari facsimile. It's going to be like, okay, not quite. And this is how he's going to look. And when you think about it, I mean, he's really, when you look on the left here, the leaked toy, he's almost kind of based on the Fast Action Battler all the way on the right there. Like that's kind of, and the Fast Action Battler was actually put together much later. So, if anything, the Fast Action Battler is a better representation of what the movie design was supposed to be. And the gorilla arms and everything of this one, it is what it is. Again, it's hard to argue when you have a character that didn't really have a set design, had a video game design, people ran with that, the comic books did a different thing, this, the box art did another thing, and then You know, Studio Series, screen accurate. That's about as good as you're going to get with a character that was on there for 40 seconds. And 38 of those 40 seconds were in vehicle mode. So good luck with that. Either way, that's it more or less. Again, from what we know from the information with this, it's going to be Wave 3 in 2022. It's going to be Wave 3 of Studio Series. And it's going to ship in a case, 3 per case of the other characters, which is going to be a Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Sideways, which is what we have here. Studio Series Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, which is also going to be 3 per case. And a Studio Series 86 RC, which we don't really know what that is. Some people are rumoring that it's just going to be a reissue of the Generations RC that's going to have a whole new paint scheme that's more accurate to the movie, as opposed to what the Generations version was. Probably like what the Legends version was, pretty much, which had that more accurate paint scheme. But that's the rumor. We'll see what happens in the future. I mean, that'd be pretty hype, though, if people could get that Legends color scheme, because that was pretty good. But yeah, that's it more or less. Hopefully we'll learn more about it soon, and that'll be that. Next up, so you couldn't afford RoboSen Optimus Prime. It was too expensive. $750 was too much for you. I know, it was pretty. I wasn't going to do that. Well, how about we get something for $69.99? Jada Toys revealed just a couple days ago their Jada Toys Remote Control RC Optimus Prime Transformable Edition. It's 14 inches tall. You could drive it in vehicle mode. It goes front, back, left, right. It drives. You could push a audio button on the right trigger so that it honks its horn. It has light up headlights. And then you push the transform button and it transforms. It does the transforming sound. And then it has and this is like, I'm quoting them here, a leg movement like robot mode where it walks in air quotes forward, has voices of Optimus Prime, has blast sounds, and also lights and sounds, light up eyes. Pretty good for $69.99. You know, it's not $750, and it's not the crazy RoboSen Optimus Prime. But I will say this: if you pick this guy up, probably in 15 years, he'll probably still work. Where RoboSen, good luck with that one. After what we just heard about their warranty and how the warranty is only going to work for about 5 years. So good luck with RoboSen Prime. I don't want to hate on RoboSen Prime, but I mean really. So it's going to be 2 AAA batteries that are going to be used for the remote control, 4 AA batteries for the Optimus Prime. The release date on this is going to be September of 2022. And yeah, I think it's pretty funny. I dig it. I like it. It has a charm to it. I'm pretty sure, guys, if RoboSen Optimus Prime didn't exist, everyone would be all over this thing. They'd think it's the coolest thing ever, because we never really had something like this before. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have really dug this. But I mean, it is what it is. Again, $69.99, $70. I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. And I'm pretty sure if this sells well, maybe they'll do others. Maybe they'll do some others. Again, it's RoboSen Jr. You know, if you don't have the $750, that's one way to go about it. You got this guy right here. Last thing we're going to talk about, and it was my teaser commercial for the segment. We finally learned the future of our Armada Optimus Prime. Now, the story with Armada Optimus Prime was at Wonder Festival Winter 2019, which was in February of 2019. We saw Convoy S and Convoy A. Convoy S on the left was Star Convoy. Convoy A on the right was Micron Convoy, aka Armada Optimus Prime. And these were 2 prototypes to get excited for future stuff that was going to be coming in the future. Of course, when September rolled around, in September of 2019, we got Convoy S, aka Star Convoy. Came out as a Generation Selects item. People rejoiced. What a great toy. But what about Armada Optimus Prime? We didn't know much with that. Of course, 2020 happened. The big V wrecked our lives. and we just assumed he was put on hold. We just assumed maybe even for 2022 he'd be a 20th anniversary Armada product. So he was asked the question, Evan from Hasbro's designers, what is up with that Armada Optimus Prime? What is happening with them? And he said, here's some food for thought. That prototype that was shown was made by Takara's regional-based team. It was just a static model that did not have the capacity to do a super mode. Hope that tidbit interests you. So what does he mean by that exactly? Is he trying to tell us that this is canceled, that this is just going to be a Japanese exclusive, that this is something we're not going to be seeing done anytime soon? What I find bizarre also is Mark's statement that it doesn't do a super mode, considering that the photos that Snackus, who's a very well-known Transformer fan in the Japanese community, took some fantastic photos of it and shows that indeed it does have the veneering and design for a super mode. I mean, I could get away with, okay, having the fists in the back of the legs, because that might just be surface detail and veneering, but you don't need to have the head peeking in on the inside of the transformation, the super head. So, I mean, I think it still does super mode. I really do. I think there's just some confusion there. But according to him, it doesn't transform. But I don't know. It looks like it does to me. All the joints and pieces are there, and it's not exactly a complicated transformation either, the original toy. So hopefully maybe we're just misinterpreting what he's writing here. Maybe he's just being, vague with the statement. Maybe this might be a Takara Tomy mall exclusive, much like Star Convoy was initially before it became a Hasbro Pulse thing afterwards. We're going to get it somehow. I still think it's going to happen. I still think that there's a way to celebrate this character. Armada Optimus Prime every single time always made the Masterpiece top 3 when they did votings for what should be the next Masterpiece, and Japan would always vote, and he always made the top 3. So clearly there's a market for it. There's people that grew up with the Unicron trilogy both in Japan and America, and people want an updated version of the original Convoy of the Unicron trilogy. So we'll see what happens, but that's a little bit of an update that we finally got on something that was literally in limbo for 3.5 years. And I think it has a lot to do, in all honesty, with the Big V. I think that, I mean, let's be real, guys. We lost 2 years of our lives minimum from this. And I'm pretty sure businesses that were planning all kinds of stuff. Look, our Rise of the Beast movie would have been coming out in just a couple of months. And now that's going to be next year. So even big Hollywood stuff got pushed back. It wouldn't surprise me if even the smaller stuff would be the same thing too. So we'll see what happens in the future. But I hope it happens. I really do. That's more or less it for the news. So we have some stuff in the mail that we're going to cover. And then we'll take some super chats if you guys just want to throw them in. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So let's go into sponsorship, most of all. But first, just a reminder, the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer. Episode 2 of the Armada segment is live if you haven't seen that. Also, tomorrow, if everything goes to plan and the uploading is done properly, which it takes forever to upload this stuff because they're big 2-hour visual segments. Look, and Aaron Archer just showed up right now. Tomorrow you'll have the newest episode of the Toy Armada. So should be, I don't want to actually set it to a time. Sometime Sunday tomorrow, because the uploads take forever. But there'll be a new episode tomorrow. But in the meantime, be sure to check out the latest episode, which is talking more about Transformers Armada Part 2. Awesome stuff. Aaron, you have perfect timing. And of course, our sponsors, Symbiote Studios for the plush, pins, and t-shirts of Transformers, all officially licensed by Hasbro. Again, we got the whole crew back there. We got the Cat Bravo collaboration. We got Unicron. We got Convoy himself, and everyone else is just chilling back there. You can barely see it, but they're all chilling back there. There's so many. I got to get a wider shot one day with all of them chilling on the couch. But again, check them all out. The new pin collection on the bottom is out right now with Optimus, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Soundwave, and Shockwave, as well as the Cat Bravo collaboration stuff, collaboration pins, collaboration plush, collaboration t-shirts. A lot of cool stuff. You can get the Megatron Decepticon 2-pack. That's what I'm rocking today. That's the one in the middle there. A lot of cool stuff. And other Hasbro brands, if somehow Transformers isn't your thing. I don't understand why you'd be here. But we got the Power Ranger helmet set, the Magic the Gathering pins, the Power Ranger pins, the G.I. Joe plush collection, and the G.I. Joe t-shirt with Timber. Love Timber. And, of course, ponies. For the pony in your life. For the brony in your life. For the brony. Brony. And, again, Wave 4 is still on its way. We'll have more information on Wave 4 later this year. Judging by how every 2 months there'll be an announcement. So we're just coming out of April right now. So we should have an announcement soon for the next releases. It's hard to tell who they are, though. It's really hard to tell who they are. It's clearly Armada Blur, Energon Shockwave or Shock Blast. That looks like animated Blue Streak, which I don't even think that's a thing. And Movieverse Hot Rod. Clearly it's those. Clearly. Anyways, check those out, guys. Again, symbiotestudios.com. Check the description or the pinned comment below in the replay of this segment. Pretty cool stuff otherwise. Let's get into what we got this week. And we got a lot of stuff. I have to post an image here just to show you guys because I took a photo. So this comes courtesy of the craziness that is Mikey and Louie. Mikey and Louie are out of their minds, and they always send me all kinds of stuff. So tomorrow is May, and May is the birthday month of Protoman over here. I'm born in late May, May 27th. So all of May is going to be an opening of presents in the mail kind of month kind of thing. So we got a giant box of craziness from Mikey and Louie of stuff that I like. And I always save it to open it up on camera so you could see it with me. Obviously, some of the stuff kind of got ripped in shipping, so some of it's pretty obvious what it is. Maybe I'll open that one first, just, for the heck of it. But pretty crazy stuff again from Mikey and Louie. You guys are nuts. Always sending crazy stuff to the podcast, but much appreciated it. Crazy in a good way. So every week we're going to crack open a bunch, much like we did in December, and all the nuttiness. So we're going to go with this one, which is pretty obvious what it is because it just opened up. So, hey, Rat Trap. It's the reissue Rat Trap, which I'm going to now hang on the wall. Man, oh man, this guy was probably the worst seller of the bunch of the reissues. There was just, I remember during the Black Friday sales, I'm gonna have to throw all the wrapping. During the Black Friday sales, there was just walls of this and tubs of this guy. So thank you for that one. Now I have him. I can hang him up on the wall. I own the original, but I wanted to people can't see. I like to hang all the Beast Wars and RID stuff when I get carded ones. Makes for nice wallpaper. Very nice pieces there. So let's open up one that's less obvious. Let's go with, I don't know. We'll go with this one here. Got a box one here. By the way, again, the wrapping paper is absolutely awesome. Like here, I'll show one here. Like they have the Super Mario wrapping paper and stuff. I literally just picked up today Lemmy Koopa from Super Mario. I'm trying to complete all my Koopa kids, which I don't know if they'll ever do that. Jax is always a little weird when it comes. Watch they never do Wendy, and I'll be stuck with a mini one. So let's crack open this one here. So you guys get to see it first. Oh, it's a brown box. Oh, it's a box in a box. Well then. You guys didn't get to see it first. Oh, where am I going to throw that? So it's a brown box. Nondescript brown box. It has a finger in it. Does it have Prime versus Prime's finger in it? Oh, it's a mug. Ugh. It's a mug. Oh, it's a G1. Oh, it's a G1 and G1 Megatron mug. What does it say here? Earth's enemies are upon us. Warning. That's pretty cool. That'll go well. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I like my brown rice tea and a good hot chocolate once in a while. So that's a nice mug. It's really cool, actually. I like when it used that old school G1 art. 2018 Hasbro. When did these come out? Must have missed this. That's really nice. I like the art. I just like the old school. Michael Schurgenberg, whatever it is. He has a very strong German name who did a lot of the art along with Mark Watts. Although I think Mark did the mini bots. He didn't do the larger guys. Pretty awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. This one I'm worried about. I don't want to damage it. I'm just going to put you over here. And I got more bubble wrap. Let's open up two more. We'll open up two more later. How about that? We'll open up two more later. We'll let some super chats come in, and then we'll open up this one though for now. So we got a boxed one here too. That's what do we got here? Oh, what is this? This Gen Selects. Oh, it's Gen Selects. What is it? So hold on. I want you guys to see. Where's the sticker? Is the sticker on this side? Is the sticker on this side? Okay, sticker's on this side. Okay, so who do we get? Oh, damn it. Who do we get? Who did we get? Oh, I'm really bad at this. Who did we get? Come on. Ah. Oh, that's great. Where's... It is... Oh, Tricranicus. Oh, snap. And it's sealed, too. Ah, I can't open it. Ah. Tricranicus, who is the on-fire Triceratops? I don't know. It's one of those fossilizers, Triceratops one, with all the different accessories and stuff. That is pretty awesome. Never got this one. Because Hasbro Pulse hates Quebec. Anytime you buy on Hasbro Pulse, it always says does not send to Quebec. So that's pretty awesome. That is really cool. Nice, nice, nice. I have to do a photo shoot with this one. That'll be pretty cool. Tricranicus. Ugh. Pretty cool. Thank you, thank you. And we'll open up one more. One more. What do we got here? What do we got here? We'll open up this guy here with all these, the Wreck-It Ralph wrapping paper. So let's do this. What did we get? Oh, is that a pop vinyl? Oh, Jesus Christ. You trolling me? It's a pop vinyl of Duke. You trolling me? Oh no! What is this? This is like the third pop vinyl I own. I own Protoman, I own Bret Hart, and now I own Duke. Oh, and I own the Shockwave one. I have the Shockwave one. I got that. It was on sale at Toys R Us. It was a GameStop exclusive. Ooh. I think you're trolling me though. Is it open? I'm gonna open it because people should open their pop vinyls. There we go. I think this is the first time I'm opening a pop vinyl. Oh, good lord. Really, guys? This is what people pay hundreds of dollars for? Jeez. You should have sent me an NFT. A Duke NFT. Be a credit to your country. Yo, Joe. Before he died or went into a coma. Oh my god, I opened it. There's so many pop vinyl collectors that are probably angry at me. Yeah. She's trolling me, sending me pop vinyls. Again, it's funny, the only two pop vinyls I ever owned were Bret Hart and Protoman, and they both have shades that cover those stupid eyes, those stupid beady eyes. I've all the Transformer ones I never got, except for Shockwave, just because he was on clearance. Toys R Us had like a wall of them for $5, and I was like, you know what? That one eye, it kind of works. So, pop vinyl, pop vinyl, pop vinyl. Jeez, oh jeez. Should I open up one more? Should I open up one more, guys? Should I open up one more? I don't want to sound just not grateful for pop vinyl, but pop vinyl. I need to turn off my phone. Be sure to turn that off. Let's open up this guy because this one looks like it's Transformers. Oh snap! I didn't expect that. We go from something that I hate to something that I absolutely love, and it's the Kingdom version. Ooh, I don't even know if I want to open this if it's the Kingdom version. What the? Oh, I didn't expect this one. Aw, damn. Aw, damn. Ah, damn. That is... You are... Oh, I don't want to open it because it's the nice packaging art. But then I won't get to mess with it yet until I find one in local retail here. Oh, it looks so good, though. Oh, that is so nice. My boy. My boy. Hot Rod, my boy. Thank you so much. I did not expect that. Honestly, I saw this, and I was expecting, like... if anyone remembers the old Legend scale from Power of the Primes, because they also kind of had that similar written on the side. That is crazy. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's so many packages here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it over 3 weeks. And there's huge stuff here, too. Oh, my goodness. Let's do this small one. Okay, we'll do a small one. Oh, J.R. Mino, what's up? So what do we got here? Oh, Shy Guy. Oh, snap. It's a little Shy Guy. Oh, it's the Shy Guy. Shy Guy, by the way, is my favorite Super Mario Brothers character. Oh, that's a little Shy Guy Mario Kart figure. That's really cool. I don't have this one. This was from the Monopoly game, if I remember correctly. That is so cool, that one. I didn't even know this existed. In black. Very cool. They did the Shy Guy reissue for World of Nintendo. I actually went to Nintendo New York, which, by the way, if you're ever in New York City, check it out. Absolutely amazing. Like, that was like a dream. I went to New York City, didn't go see the Statue of Liberty, didn't go to any... I went to... Because the main reason why I went to New York was because they were closing that big Toys R Us, the FAO Schwartz Toys R Us there. So I had to go for the closing. So I went to go check that out, and then I went to the Nintendo World of... whatever you call it, the Nintendo New York. There's footage of that online, actually. I'm talking with the voice of Super Mario there. And I picked up the Shy Guy. This is a reissue. But yeah, that is awesome. I get a feeling there's going to be a lot more video game stuff in here, too. I'm seeing a trend of flavor here. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. So I think we'll hold out for now. Maybe we'll open something later in the stream. So we'll take some super chats in the meantime. And we'll just relax for the rest of the evening. But man, we got a lot of stuff we got to open. Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I also mentioned one thing that I picked up, though, also. Oh, still more wrapping paper here. Some guy was selling Mr. over here, Earthrise Grapple for $5 Canadian. There was a guy that was selling it for $5 Canadian, a local dude. And I was like, I'm going to go pick it up. And he's like, well, the only reason why I'm selling is because one of the pegs are broken. And I was like, whatever. It's because the peg is still in there. I'm like, I'll just use a screwdriver, take that out. I'll glue it back on. And I'll just be careful when I put it into alt mode. $5. What was the MSRP on him? Like $34.99? No, wait. No, he was... Earthrise, he was probably $29.99 USD. $5 Canadian. So about 3 pennies American now. Probably about $3.50 American. That's why I always say, wait, guys. Always wait. Stuff always slides down. Always slides down. Let's see. Spring is Prime. Don't open. Don't open the hot rod. Oh my goodness. I don't know. That's gonna be tempting because I remember when I knew that they were going to be doing the Legacy version and the Kingdom one. This has the much nicer Marcello box art on it, and it has the box art that has like the combined weapon, too. So that's pretty cool. $30.99. Okay, it's off by $1. Still $30.99, which it would have been in Canadian, would have been like $37, $38. $5. 100% complete. People buy them, and then they don't want them anymore. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. That's why if you guys listen to my Transformer Finance segments, once in a while you have an item that goes up, possibly this guy in the future, and most of the time you have items that go, they go straight down. Straight down. Straight down. So let's take some super chats, some YouTube membership stuff, and then we'll relax for the rest of the evening. Again, if you haven't had a chance, we're going to have a brand new Toy Armada segment tomorrow. So be sure to check that out at whatever time we manage to put that in. Uploading is absolutely garbage. Also, we're going to be having a new system too for our streaming. Hopefully, maybe in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be getting a brand new system. All the money that you guys donate went towards getting this new system. I'm going to be able to stream from anywhere, pretty much. So anyone who wants to like see like the collections and stuff, or I could do streaming from the game room, streaming from the living room, streaming from the kitchen. More importantly, streaming when we do conventions. It's going to be a streaming box, essentially. A high powered one. It's been something I've been working on for a while now, because the quality of the stream, it's okay right now, right? But it could be better. It could be better. And that's something that I really want to emphasize and really want to do is improve the quality of the streaming for the podcast. Because when the day comes when I'm going to start returning to conventions and stuff, those Saturdays are not going to be open anymore for streaming if I'm away from my system here. So I'm kind of like, first I bought I'm going to be getting a brand new LG streaming box kind of system. I'm probably going to get another new mic and another new camera so I could have that with me too. And just we'll be able to stream. I'd like to do the Protoman parts parties that we do at TFCon, but like have it streamed too, so people who are not at the parts parties could also see what's going on, see all the sales and everything. I have a few ideas. Not to mention, in the near future, I also want to, from the bathroom. I don't know about that one. Stink Fist. But yeah, we will have a Stink Fist 69 if it's coming from the bathroom, that's for sure. But it's something where also, like, in the future, I'd like to do more gaming stuff too. Like, we could still do the stream like we always do, but we could also have a camera on a TV screen. We could be playing Transformer games and, just a little something extra. Something a little extra I want to do in the future for you guys. Kind of keep the 2 hours interesting instead of just me blabbing for 2 hours like we've done in the past. Got to keep it fresh. There's only so many times you could see this mug and get excited. Elves Bleed 57. Hey, Proto, my local Walmart hasn't been moving legacy product. Do you think the price increase in open window has affected toy sales? I don't know about the open window affecting toy sales unless the product is obviously missing something. That the open window thing is more of a risk. It's a retail risk. It's not really a customer risk, because us, like we pick it up and if it's missing the head, we just don't buy it, and then we hopefully get the one behind it that does have the head. But how it is I really think at the end of the day, the price increase, and again, might as well Elves Bleed, we'll pull up the listing since you mentioned it. Where's the prices? Like, let's be real. That's a lot, Like, let me to give you guys perspective, I buy bread. Here's an adult problem. And we got a super chat, which I'll get into in a moment, Detective Ferret. I buy bread from Costco every 2 weeks. I buy the big 3-pack, and I use it for everything. The bread went up $2 starting this week, my bread. So even the simple things, bread, milk, meat, everything is going up in price. Everything is getting crazy. It's not just our Transformer toys. So it's going to suck for a lot of people. Look, my paycheck didn't go up, So if I was making X amount before, technically my buying power, that means I'm making even less, So what does that tell me? That tells me, like, we're going to have to fight for some raises, people. Because, man, it's going to get pricey. It's going to be a little pricey, but I think part of Legacy not selling well, though, has a lot to do with the fact that maybe the diversity of the line also kind of segregates things. Because you think about it, if you have one kind of line, right? Like it's only G1 or it's only Beast Wars, right? And I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just going to, give you food for thought and you can come to your own conclusion. But if you have a line that has like it's one Beast Wars figure, one animated figure, one G2 figure, one G1 figure, and one movie figure. If you have a guy that's hardcore of any of those, he might only get that one figure and that's it. Where if you have only animated, the hardcore animated guy is going to buy it all. If you have only movie, the hardcore movie guy is going to buy it all. So because there's that diversity, there's a chance that probably people are just kind of picking and choosing this time around. Like maybe the drag strip limbs, those will probably sell because anyone who's excited about Menasor, they're going to be building to that. But if you were excited about Transformers Prime RC and you weren't feeling what they revealed, you go, ooh, maybe I should just buy the Transformer Prime toy, the original one, you know? And considering the MSRP, you know, is $24.99, and the original RC from Transformers Prime was an MSRP, I'd have to pull up the old list, but if I remember correctly, was $12.99, I think, because I know in 2009 the MSRP went up for deluxe class for the first time in like 10 years. But it's just, you know, it's nuts. It's nuts how the prices are right now. I understand. I sympathize with people. Like, even me, I'm not feeling it. You know, like, it's pretty crazy how expensive stuff is getting. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I think that part of the reason why, at least in your area, why it's not selling is people are looking at those deluxes and going like, wasn't that the price of the boxed ones before? You know, it's like it's getting a little pricey. You know, it's getting a little pricey. So Detective Ferret's super chat question: I recently picked up a G1 Eject at my local toy vault for $24. Was it complete? And did it have the gold variant weapons, or was it the silver variant weapons? 24. I'll be honest with you. If it was if it was the original 1986 Eject, that's a little overpriced, 24 USD. I'll be honest with you. Especially considering how many reissues of Eject there are out there. It's a little pricey. It's a little pricey. But I mean, if you really like the character, then more power to you. I've overpaid for tons of Transformers because I like that character. Trust me, you don't even want to know. You'd slap your face. So, you don't even want to know. But hey, if you like Eject, more power to you. But we have so many reissues, different versions, and I'm pretty sure at some point we're probably going to see reissues of the Blaster cassettes in the G1 reissue line once they kind of get the G1 Beast Wars stuff out of their system. Got to have some cassettes for that G1 Blaster reissue. That sold terribly though. Alice Trapped with the YouTube membership question: was the picture of the alternate head peeking out at the top? Was the picture of the Armada Optimus Prime or Star Convoy prototype? I thought it was the Star Convoy. I was under the impression that was the Armada Optimus Prime one. That's what the impression was. Everyone was talking about like how, you know, like this thing was intended to transform. So those are the photos. I didn't take the photos. Those were Snackus's photos from Japan. So if I took them myself, I would have been able to tell you more. Let's see. Let's scroll down a little more. We have another super chat from Eric Promisco. Hey, Proto, love the podcast. Thank you, Eric. Love you for loving the podcast. Love the podcast. I was wondering what happened to the cross sells on packaging. Seems like a missed opportunity to sell more figures to kids. I think primarily why they got rid of the cross sells is because of how now packaging is used across multiple regions. So, like, let me show you an old example of a cross sell. I wish I had some old stuff nearby. I'd have to go grab stuff off of the wall. But it used to be like, I mean, when we started getting Power of the Primes was when all of a sudden Hasbro and Takara started sharing packaging. And then all of a sudden, say hello to every single region. Every single region. So it started to have to be dedicated to that, where it's just like, well, what if this region, you know, their case assortment is different than ours? And Japan especially. Japan, they have, like look at Studio Series in Japan and how they roll out that product is very different. And it's the same thing. Even look at how War for Cybertron stuff was with Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom. Certain figures don't come out there, but we get them there. So it's primarily because they're sharing the packaging, and just to play it safe, you don't want to put something that's cross-selled on the back that isn't there, you know? Like, I guess maybe Rat Trap would be the best example. Oh, they don't even put it on these ones. Are you kidding me? I thought they would they would also replicate that. No, they just put that. Anyways, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it's just, you know, it's primarily because now everything is all regions. It's the same thing, like we have that QR code now. There's no more bios on the back, because now how it is you scan the QR code, and that QR code on your phone is going to then tell the QR code, oh, this person scanned this phone in this region, so we're going to put English on this, as opposed to back in the day, Aaron Archer could attest to this, during Energon, they had trilingual packaging, 3 different languages, 3 different, you know, actually, let me look at, so here's an example of, for people who aren't familiar with what cross-sell is. So we talked about Lemmy Koopa just before. So Lemmy Koopa, the wave, and then here's all the cross, well, here's everyone else that's in that wave. There's the Lemmy Koopa, but you could get all of these guys. Collect them all. That's the cross-sell. Transformers, because it's such an international brand more than ever, cross-sells are less of a thing, unfortunately. You know, and you know what? And I keep saying this. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the future. This is going to be the future of toys in general, but even more so Transformers. I don't think Hasbro Pulse is just doing this just for the sake of doing this to keep costs down. I feel it's a way for them to test the future, that this is how we're going to get our Transformer product. And I mean, I prefer it like this because, you know, you might say, oh, well, it's a sealed box. How do we know people aren't, like, you know, swapping toys and returning? This will be our security sticker. If this is cut, then you know that it's been used, you know that it's been messed with. Because there's really no other way to get into this with kind of like cutting this. I mean, yeah, you could put a hair dryer and try to peel it off, but it'll tear and it'll show. But I mean, this will be our security sticker in the future. If this has been X-Actoed, and in all honesty, I know it's sacrilege, but I mean, and you know, we're going to lose some awesome box art, but I mean, if it's better for the environment and it makes things easier in the future, and I'll be honest with you, for people that like to keep boxes, it makes it a lot easier to want to throw these out, because, I mean, really? They'll be good shipping boxes, though, if you keep them. They're good for shipping. Yeah, it's like instead of keeping your Amazon boxes. But I think this will be the future. I really do. They'll just make them look nicer. They'll make them look nicer with that corrugated brown cardboard, like what they did with the Cyclonus or the Black Zarek. But thank you, Eric, for the seems like a missed opportunity for more to sell kids. Well, see, that's always been the thing, is that the cross sell and the package art has always been a thing to attract children. But here's the problem: outside of the Chinese region and certain pocket areas of Japan, most Transformer product is being bought by adults. I mean, my buddy who works at Toys R Us, he works in Toys R Us off the island, and he's like, we have kids when we do kids events. We have kids when we do Lego events. But otherwise, it is almost always adults. It's always adults. Adults getting the Pop Finals, adults getting the Marvel Legends, I mean, look how look, Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, the new price point for a majority of Transformer toys. I mean, a kid would have to just get core class. Everything else is like a month of allowance if you're lucky, where that was not the case back in the day. And I don't care what you say. Oh, it's inflation. $10 for deluxes back in 2007 were a reality. And $10 maybe with inflation today is like 16, 17 bucks. So it's a different world. I don't want to get into like oil and boxes and plastic costs and stuff, because that does factor into, but it's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. Springus Prime says, with the YouTube membership question, Proto, I know the Micromaster did poorly, but what are our chances of getting Landcross? Dude, I would love anything from Transformers Victory. I mean, Landcross, oh god, you could barely see him next to Starsaber, but Landcross is right there. Landcross is awesome. I would love an updated Landcross, just to have those little combining robots. It would almost be like Energon with the super linking kind of gimmick. But who knows? Like, number one, from a trademark standpoint, they'd have to make a whole bunch of new trademarks, because that would be, Jet. What was it called? Or they had such like simple names, like Road to Raver, and like one was called Jet, one was called Roder. You know, so like you'd have to like make new trademarks for all of those guys to use it just once. But I don't know. That's something that I don't see it happening. I really don't. Not for a while. Not for a while. Like it's so like let's see what happens with Minerva. If Minerva falls flat on her face, then I think that's going to probably scare them. Ooh, super chat. It's probably going to scare them to want to do more of the obscure and register trademarks like Minerva. JR Mina, so how much did you get that G1 Minerva for? I don't want to say. I don't want to say JR, but a lot of money. A lot of money. I got her and Go Shooter, which you could barely see over there, in a pair for a lot of money. A lot. Embarrassingly a lot of money. Looking back now, I probably would have not bought it. I probably would have told myself not to spend that, and I should have waited. But it was a lot of money. It was at a time when I first had gotten my mechanic job. The money was really good, and I was still living with my parents and didn't have bills. So I treated myself to one of the most expensive G1 Transformer toys ever made. And it's crispy white. You know, getting a Minerva in white, forget about it. So a lot of money. A lot of money. JR Mina, he's probably saying cross sells. Oh, nice. He's talking about something else. Okay, I missed that. Aiden Tolbert with the $2 super chat. Aiden, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the live stream. Aiden Tolbert for the super chat question. Imagine if Spud Muffin becomes a Galvatron of him. Well, I always compare Spud Muffin, for anyone who's watching BotBots. He's kind of like Sentinel Prime. That's how I see him. He's like the Sentinel Prime from Animated of this show, where it's like he's good, but he has his evil streak. That's more, you know, how it is. It's just kind of like, and I like Sentinel Prime. I kind of like his design, maybe because I like the tick. Spud Muffin, all of those guys, man. I just really hope they make better figures of those guys. I really do. I really, really do. Like, I think BotBots, and I've said this before on the stream, I think BotBots was a huge missed opportunity in terms of timing and budget and marketing. They could have made Botanica the face of the brand, and you could just get that Botanica figure out there because they have all those other plant figures. Like there was so much they could have done with that. You know, I understand, you know, they were chasing that Shopkins and grocery gang kind of audience. So they could have done something. Tom Laney, I just looked at eBay and a sealed complete G1 Minerva is $3,521 Canadian. Yep, that's about right. JR Mina, Wing Waver, Mach Tackle, and Dash Tackle. Yeah, that's the crew. Wing Waver, or Wing, which is just the top part. Not to be confused with Wing, who was in the Transformers Drift comic book by Alex Milne, who was a really cool character. Totally unrelated, two different Wings. I personally liked Wing Waver, and then Mach Tackle, or was it Dash Tackle? I think it was Dash Tackle and Mach Tackle. They were in Canada in an episode arguing in Transformers Victory. Back in the day. They're fun toys, though. If you could get... There's reissues of those guys. They did reissues of them. That was part of like the MicroMaster candy toy line, which were straight up reissues of them. And they did an evil black repaint. So you could get those guys pretty affordably. You don't have to buy the original Victory ones. What do we got here? Princeton Phalanx 59. How many waves do you think Legacy will be? 4, according to... Where is it? Let me just pull it up for you guys. Might as well pull it up. Where is the list? The official list. The official spoiler list that has 1 or 2 spelling errors on it because of the source that gave it to me. That is not a good with the English. Sometimes. There we go. We don't need the art, though. There we go. So it's going to be 3 waves in 2022 because wave 3 is going to hit in late November, and then wave 4 is April 1st. So it's going to be 4 waves in total. But that's par for the course, in all honesty, when it comes to all of this stuff. So we're kind of used to that at this point. Usually 4 waves, sometimes 5 waves, but usually 4 waves. If you get 3 waves, it's probably an unsuccessful line. Like Dark of the Moon, a lot of their price points were only 3 waves because it didn't do as well as, let's say, Revenge of the Fallen. That's when stuff started to go down, unfortunately. Elves Bleed 57, have you seen Legacy product in person? No, I haven't, actually. And I go to Walmart almost every week. The boxes feel cheaper. My point on the plastic window being gone, and I feel like the detour... It detours mint and box collectors. Well, mint and box collectors are very minority in the Transformer world. All the product I've seen was beat up. Well, that might be an individual case. Elves Bleed. I mean, when you have stuff that's in a case box, it shouldn't be damaged, you know. And the cardboard, you know what? There's a guy in the Transformer fandom. If you look up, I did a segment on the podcast called Amazon Shipping, where we talked about the history of Amazon shipping. And there's a guy in the Transformer fandom, I forget his name, but he actually is behind, like 60 different patents behind cardboard and cardboard shipping. Like, this is this guy's life. And he explained the whole history of cardboard and how it's used for shipping and how it's used for boxes. Because the reality is the whole point of this is to make sure the product gets to shelves and to advertise. You know, that's why it has that little bubble in there, to make sure it doesn't move around and it gets there safely and doesn't break. So I don't know what's different. I don't have any Legacy product yet. Haven't seen any of it in person yet. But when I do, I'll let you guys know. I'll try to remember and feel the cardboard. Right now, this is the closest I have to Legacy now, and well, still feels like Kingdom to me. I can't open this one. This one's so cool. Look at that art. Oh, Marcelo. Goodness. You better have some prints of that stuff in the future. Let's see. Lizard Sphere X. Legends Botanica reminds me of a little mascot character from Magi Ranger. Magi Ranger had a plant character? I don't remember. Magi Ranger was one of my least favorite Sentai series, which was Mystic Force Power Rangers. It's all about Deca Ranger, which came before it. Tom Laney, less than a year and a half for a whole line that seems a short time frame. So already looking at the next line. Well, it's not really that short. Usually stuff is a year and a half when you think about it. Look, like we got Earthrise Earthrise was kind of rolling when the big V hit. By the time we got, and that was 2020. By the time 2021 was over, 2020 was over, going to 2021, we went into Kingdom. And then by the time we got to 2022, Kingdom was on its way out, and this stuff started showing up. So it's about right. It's always about a year and a half. I mean, Aaron Archer's in the chat. He could confirm that. He knows all about how long the window of sale for different lines are. And it's usually a year and a half. Springus Prime, collected Prime, yes, was released with Siege in the U.S. area. Collected Prime, yes, it was released with Siege in the U.S. area. I guess maybe it's part of a conversation you guys are having. Must have missed some. Should we open up another one? Open up another one while more questions come in. I'm going to open up another one of these from Mikey and Louie. This looks like it's like a box for toothpaste. Let's take a look. Where can I grab? Here? Oh, it's a white box. Oh, it's a shipping box, that's why. Oh, what do we got here? I need the X-Acto blade for this one. Gotta grab my X-Acto. Let's grab an X-Acto blade. What do we have? Oh, just rip the box. Good job. And we have... okay, I don't even see what this is. Oh, what is this? What do we have here? Oh, that is cool. Are these the... That is really cool. Are these the... What's his name? Russ was the guy who... not Russ. He did the Quintessons also. He used to come to TFCon. He was a regular. Super nice dude. Super, super nice dude. Oh my god, what was the name of that company? Impossible Toys. Are these the Impossible Toys versions? Obelisk and Kranix. That's super cool. That's going... I don't have a lot of third-party stuff. I have like a third-party DTOF. That just gives you an idea of how much third-party stuff I have. So that'll go with all the other Impossible Toy stuff. Because he what's his name? What was his name? Oh my god, why do I forget his name? He's such a cool dude. Because he gave me... they did a Daniel, like Daniel Witwicky, and he gave me a Daniel. It was like, here, a Daniel should have a Daniel. That's really cool. These are nice. These are like early third party back in the day. Impossible Toys. I love these. These look really cool though. It's definitely a lot better than what we got from Hasbro. It's like so much tinier. It's Unicron. Actually, that's going to be our photo. I'm going to put him with Unicron. With big old Unicron. You got to do it. Old school third party, yo. Those are really cool. These are nice. These are really nicely painted, man. These were, no joke, guys, back in the day, this was, I want to say 2008, 2009 these came out. The early days of third party. Even look, it's even a little ball jointed, the head. It's on a ball joint. Very good. Very, very, very good. Are they Impossible Toys, though? I could swear these are the Impossible Toys ones. Someone confirm it for me. Someone confirm it. Oh, Mikey says, yep. Okay, good. So I'm right. I'm not the best with third party, but I remember these ones because the guy who ran the company was a really sweet dude. Really awesome guy. So I loved everything that he did. If you're nice to me, I like you. JR Mina asks, some of my favorites, says, some of my favorite Sentai series are Geki Ranger. Geki Ranger is fantastic. Gokaiger, everyone loves Gokaiger. Bioman, never watched all of that one. And Maskman, only watched a bit of it. I have some of the toys. Funny story, I just want to go off on a tangent when it comes to Sentai. I learned about Sentai accidentally as a kid. When Power Rangers was ridiculously hot and brand new back in 93, 94, there was this like Chinatown kind of store in the mall next to my house, and they had tons of old Sentai toys. And I used to go into that store not knowing that Power Rangers was like season 13 of like something that came bigger before, and going like, what is all this stuff? Why are the Power Rangers driving cars? Which was Turbo Ranger, not Power Rangers Turbo Ranger, the Sentai series. What's going on here? What's this? What's that? You know? Oh my god, they had so much cool stuff, and I still have all that stuff to this day. And I just want to go off on that tangent. Thank you, Mike and Louie. These are really cool. These are really cool. These are going right in the display after I do a photo shoot. That'll be the photo tomorrow. It's Unicron. Tom Laney, so do they pick a new team of designers to come up with something new or keep the same designers? Seems odd to try and refresh designs. It really depends. It's like you have to understand there's the Takara side of designers and then there's the Hasbro side of designers. And there's a lot of Takara designers that have been doing Transformers for 30 plus years. I mean, we just mentioned, Studio Series 86. Not Studio Series 86, Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Sideways. That's Hisashi Yuki. So, like, Hisashi Yuki worked on that old 2009 toy. Hisashi Yuki also worked on HasLab Star Saber. So, dude's been with the company already 15 years if you just count that bubble. He's obviously been with the company even more. Like, I think the first thing he ever did was Lio Convoy for Beast Wars 2nd. Like, that was one of the first. He's the guy, like, if you look at him, it's like Optimuses, Sentinel Primes. Like, he has, like, that kind of, like, lineage. I think he did Gigatron. Not Gigatron, Magmatron also. Let's see. No, Tom Laney, I already answered. We got a super chat for $5 from Nico Garza. How you doing, Nico? Could we get a Prime Ratchet and Smokescreen to go with Bulkhead and RC? I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I mean, those are trademarks that have to be done sooner or later. Prime Ratchet, that'd be cool. I mean, Prime Ratchet is an awesome original design. I mean, they could definitely do something like that. And when you think about it too, they always want to have diversity in every single wave. So if Legacy does well and the series that comes afterwards, because we already know what we're getting. So we know that Legacy isn't going to have Prime Ratchet and Smokescreen. But they could totally do something. If they keep the same kind of like theme where it's like, oh, it's all Transformers from different universes. If they keep doing that with whatever the sequel series is, sure. Hey, we need to do a Smokescreen. We already did the G1 version. Do you want to do the Armada version? You know, maybe Aaron Archer will finally get his brand new Smokescreen figure because I love that Smokescreen. He doesn't like it, though. I love that one. Love that figure. I don't know, maybe because it has a cool mini-con, too. You know, maybe it'll be the Armada Smokescreen, maybe G2 Smokescreen, which was part of ATB Dreadwing. What other Smokescreens? We have Movie Smokescreen, which was just a repaint of Jazz. What other Smokescreens? You know, like there's not many Smokescreens, so you could do that in theory. And you know, Ratchet. There's tons of Ratchets. Tons of Ratchets. I'm sure it'll happen sooner or later. That's something they have to get around. Maybe you might get a Transformers Prime Ratchet or Smokescreen in Transformers RED. I kind of hope that's not the case, but it's possible. But you are building up to something there, Nico, because you know, you kind of be building an army too of you know, look, we got all our Beast Wars Season 1 characters kind of building up over Legacy and now, excuse me, with Kingdom and now Legacy. Maybe building up our Season 1 Transformers Prime Autobots over a couple lines. That'd be pretty cool. We have Cringe McCringle with the $5 super chat. Proto, do you think do you think will be? Sorry, let me say that again. Proto, what do you think will be coming out after Legacy? It all depends on success. The lead time of engineering, unfortunately, is usually more than a year in advance, so they won't really be able to react to the success of Legacy until like halfway whatever we get next. But whatever we get next, what we get after that will be a reaction to the success of Legacy. So maybe they'll continue something that's like Legacy. I personally want that, me personally, because I want more diversity of characters, just because I want to see updated versions of weird stuff. Give me some Japanese guys. Give me some Beast Wars guys. Give me some Beast Machines guys. RID, Transformers Prime. Give me some animated. Jeez, give me some animated characters. Like, I feel that has more a chance as opposed to, like, look, I loved Kingdom, but Kingdom was and I love Beast Wars. You're going to know how much I love Beast Wars, but it was Beast Wars in G1. There was no room to fit in a Unicron trilogy thing or to fit in something else. That was the theme. So now that it could be anything, kind of like what Generations was before, now that it could be anything, I kind of hope they continue that. Because then anything could happen. You could get that Botanica figure. You could get, which is a Beast Machines toy. You could get DevCon, which is an obscure G1 character. You could get a weird G2 sideswipe with, you know, gritty face. Like, I want to have that kind of craziness that normally was only reserved for something like BotCon and now Fun Publications. Not Fun Publications, Hasbro Pulse. But that's what I kind of hope the next thing will be. Spring is Prime. Proto, will we ever... Man, I am so tired today. I'm reading everything terribly. Proto, will we ever get a tour of your collection? I used to do it in the past when the live stream used to be on the iPad, and then I got an HD camera and it's wired. So the best I could do is and then and then So it's like you know, like it's on a pivot and it has like a locking mechanism, so it's like I can't like just so it it stays put. One day, I told you guys, like, I have a streaming box that I'm working on where we're going to be able to go all over. We're going to be able to go all over one day. But it's a big collection. But that's what happens when you collect for 35 years. Horned Owl, that Kranex looks like it would make a great RED figure. Yeah, it would. It's kind of small for an RED. RED, I believe, are 6-inch. But I think they look fantastic. Maybe do a 2-pack. Yeah, you can make them short, but you do 2 of them together. Do a little 2-pack of them. Somehow fit that in the price point. But then they'd have to use that more gummy kind of PVC plastic. This is ABS. This is like an ABS, it feels like. Yeah, it's like a weaker ABS plastic that's been painted. Old school third party, man. When everything was practically made in garages back in the day. Where are we at after Horned Owl? JR Mina, Bioman, and Maskman were big in the Philippines. Ah, that's why. In the 80s, I also knew about Super Sentai when Power Rangers came out. Had to download all the series from Go Ranger to present. I've never watched Go Ranger completely. I watched about, I think I want to say like 20 episodes. And the only reason why I didn't finish it is because Go Ranger is way longer than all the other Sentai series. It's not like 52 episodes. I remember it's much longer. We got a gold super chat, and we have another one here too from Cringe, but we'll get to that in a moment. We got a gold super chat from T-Formers 2002. Thank you for the gold super chat, T-Formers 2002. So here's a question I'm sure has been answered at some point. Oh, bro, there's always questions that get answered all the time, but sometimes the answers change because time changes us. I'm sure it's been answered in time. Is there a reason why Litho's inhabitants already knew who Unicron was outside of just a name drop to the viewers? Aside from it being exposition, you mean? They seemed like a very technologically advanced race. They didn't seem like they had a war going on like the Cybertronians. They're probably, space traveling individuals. In the original comic books, in the original comic book adaptation of these guys transform. They don't need a spaceship to transform. They actually transform into the spaceship that then they escape the planet as. Of course, that was changed from the final script, and they actually got on ships in order to escape. So they seem like a spacefaring kind of race. So maybe there's something where they traveled somewhere, they saw a planet get destroyed, and they went back to their planet and hoped that the evil menace that is Unicron, the Chaos Bringer, would never come to their region of the cosmos. Kind of like, again, like a certain Marvel character created by Jack Kirby. So could be the case with that. The same thing. A lot of times when Galactus would attack planets, certain character by Jack Kirby, people knew who Galactus was beforehand. Earth didn't. But Earth isn't a spacefaring race. But a lot of the other ones are. It seems like we're always behind when it comes with that. Got to get on that. But yeah, I think that's probably, if I had to expand an explanation, that's probably the reason. Very sciencey planet. You see the little beakers that they're messing with. There's science. It's a peaceful race. Everything's fine. And then they got wrecked, unfortunately. And now the best they could ever hope for is a Pit of Judgment figure and 2 little dudes here. And then who knows, maybe a future RED, like you said. Cringe McCringle with the super chat for $5. Please, let's get some animated figures and Generations. Just got Jetfire, Jetstorm, and Safeguard, and they are great. Oh, they're great too because they were practically homages to Gal Geiger, which is exactly what Derek Wyatt was intending to do, was to do that Kyoryugen Gal Geiger combiner. I'd love to get more animated. I think everyone would love to get more animated. I think the only people that don't want more animated is Hasbro for some weird reason. Tom Laney wants to know if they do animated, awesome to get some designs we didn't get of toys of. Exactly. Give us Hotshot. Give us that new Megatron. Give us all those multitude of Bumblebee, characters. All those Seekers that we didn't get full Voyageur classes of. Those molds already exist. Just repaint them, man. You know, like we didn't get a proper Thundercracker. We got Skywarp, we got Starscream of the Voyageur class. We didn't get Thundercracker. You know, we got Sunstorm for some reason. Give us a proper Slipstream. Now you have the trademark. Might as well use it. I've seen Kranex's alt mode before. There's a lot of faux parts in both modes. Yeah, well, that was a Fleur O'Deary design. Fleur O'Deary design those. I wish I had. I don't have the trade paperback of it. I only have the original copies, and that's in the comic book room. Because then I'd show you guys there. But actually, were they in the Universe book? I don't remember if they had Universe bios. I think they did. The original Universe bios. Stinkfist 69, when Hasbro goes no plastic on all packaging, and if the sales drop, would they go back to making figures with plastic packaging at a premium? Nope. The choice to go no plastic is a budget reason on their behalf. You could spin it and say, oh, it's green for the environment and everything, which it is, but it's beneficial for them. You know, something like this is way more affordable and better for the environment, but also way more affordable for them than something like this. You don't have to hire Marcelo to do the packaging art. You don't have to do color. You don't have to hire a colorist. You don't have to hire a copywriter and a photographer. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? Easy stuff. Easy peasy, as Oscar would say. So, I mean, it's so much cheaper for them to do it. Why would they go back the other way? If they do premium products, like I don't think they'll change, you know, masterpieces, let's say. But I think all the more retail stuff is going to take a different direction. It's kind of the way I see like fast food toys. Fast food toys in the 90s saw really like a huge peak of engineering when they were like fighting for position to get people's money. But as time progressed, fast food toys are terrible now. And it's kind of the same thing where like, you know, there was 90s McDonald's fast food toys that today would have been considered a core class Transformer, you know, especially like those first Beast Wars ones. Or even those animated ones. Some of those animated ones were pretty darn good. Animated Perceptor, please. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Get animated Perceptor. Who is Yoketron would be really cool. It's a shame that we don't have Yoketron with George Takei. That'd be really cool. And it would suck because all of those would come out after Derek passed away. Because Derek, it would have been so great for Derek to get all of those. Would have been so cool. Would have been so cool. Tom Laney, here in Ohio, we have some stores that are starting to get rid of plastic bags. Oh, dude. Here in Canada, plastic bags are gone. Plastic bag, like if you want a plastic bag, I think they charge like 15 cents Canadian. Like in some places don't even have it at all. Like if you don't have plastic bags, you just got to carry it out. That's it. Figure out a way to carry it out. You know, they might have like a cardboard box for you or something, like Costco style. But there's a lot of places in Canada, like we don't got any plastic bags anymore. Everything is reusable bags. Springus Prime Proto, what's your dream wave of I thought it was Dream Wave. What's your dream wave of figures? Selfishly, they probably wouldn't sell well. My dream wave of figures, we'll start from top to bottom, most expensive to least expensive. We'll have a Titan class, who hasn't been done yet, that would be obscure. Titan class Majin Zarek from Beast Wars 2nd, the movie. Then we'll have a Commander class. Who would be cool that would be Commander class? Star Saber, which it should have been retail. Let's do Commander class. I don't know, Thunder Clash, just because it would be cool to get a Commander class Thunder Clash. And then you could repaint it in Machine Wars, because I love Machine Wars. Then, let's do 2 leader classes. 2 leader classes. I don't know, Deathsaurus. We'll take that. I mean, I thought we were going to get Deathsaurus from Double Dealer. Deathsaurus we could do. A lot of Japanese guys. Give me Road King from Master Force. Give me Ranger from Master Force. Give me the Headmaster Juniors updated Minerva. Give me some Beast Wars guys. Give me, let's see, because there's so many show characters and they're going to get done. Give me Tasmanian Kid, aka Snarl from Beast Wars. Baboom, aka Apache. Spitor with his playset. Like, give me all kinds of fun stuff. Like, and I know it won't sell well. I get it. The stuff I like doesn't sell well. But that's why I wouldn't recommend it. I know what sells well, and that's what I would go with. But, I mean, that's the kind of cool stuff. Give me Micromaster Hot Rod to join all the... Give me an updated Micromaster Hot Rod to join the other Micromasters, and so Star Convoy has his Micromaster buddy back. Just to name a few. And Nitro Convoy, male version. Gold face, not orange face. That's how you tell the difference. Orange face, female version. Gold face, male version. The Arc with the $5 super chat. Hey, Proto, do you think Legacy will add movie characters or designs to the toy line? I know we have Studio Series, but I would love a Blackout. I don't really think they'll do it at the same time. Primarily because they would be competing with each other. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they want to put out a Blackout figure and make you go, hey, you want the newest Blackout figure? It's here. Where if you put a Blackout figure here and then you have one in Legacy, you know what I mean? They want you to buy the product. So I think at some point movie characters will creep back into Generations, but I think there'll have to be a bit of a separation. And there'll have to be very different interpretations. The problem is we identify with a movie Bumblebee by being a movie Bumblebee, by being that Camaro, by being that old Camaro. If you take a Bumblebee and you give it that movie sculpt, but it turns into like a Volkswagen, yeah, then it's movie Bumblebee. But if you take a Volkswagen Bumblebee and it has any other face, it's not movie Bumblebee. And a lot of these generation stuff, they vary between extremely accurate to what the original model is to vague interpretation. And the problem is the Studio Series, they have all these car licenses that they could kind of work with, but Legacy and Generations and all that stuff, they kind of avoid car licenses. So it's sorry that there's not a straight answer with that, but it's just I feel that they won't go into competition with each other. Maybe we'll get a Blackout, but that Blackout will probably be the original Micromaster Blackout. And yes, there was a Micromaster named Blackout long before there was the movie character. Lizard Sphere X, wait, how do you deal with dog poop? I just pick it up. What we do is I go to my neighbor that I don't like, and I go, right here, boy, right here. Yeah, that's right. Right there. Just let it go. No. How do I deal with dog poop? I don't know how that came up. I think there was another conversation happening that I missed. But I think we'll get a Blackout, but at the same time, you know how they handle trademarks. It might not be the Blackout you think. There was even a Blackout trademark in Energon. One of the helicopters in Energon for the Bruticus Maximus was named Black. I think it was the purple one. So Blackout has a history long before he was a Decepticon helicopter in the Michael Bay movies. Princeton Phalanx 59. Will the rumor Minerva be a Headmaster? No, I think it's going to be a straight up repaint retool of the Elita-One, just with a Minerva head sculpt. And it's going to be based off of the IDW version, which isn't a Headmaster. So it's Minerva, but it's Minerva, the non-Transtector, Super God Master Force version with the transforming head. It's going to be her after. Because here's the thing, spoiler, after Master Force, all of those characters become self-thinking robots that don't have Power Master, God Master, Headmaster kind of gimmicks. Only the pretenders keep their stuff. Springus Prime, do you think we will see Thunderclash out of Motormaster? Someone made that suggestion, and I could see it happening. Primarily because Motormaster has that crazy playset, and it's very Thunderclash kind of looking. So I could really see that happening. Not to mention, Mark confirmed they do have something planned, and it's going to be wild. So I kind of hope it's Thunderclash. They've done one Thunderclash trademark with BotCon back in 2009, and then that trademark lapsed. And then they did a Thunderclash homage with Transformers Prime with their Target exclusive Beast Hunters subline. They did a little 2-pack one. And that was literally it. The last time we saw anything of the Thunderclash character was third party, and that doesn't count. I think that was it. Just those two, really. Just those two. Where are we at? How much time we got left? Oh, man, we only have 23 minutes left. Woo! We flew today, boys and goyles. Tom Laney, I think the Megatron from Car Robots, Robots in Disguise, known as Gigatron, would be a cool toy redesigned as leader. The old toy has an awesome robot mode. That's a fantastic toy. The only flaw, there's two flaws with that toy. The chrome on his ears. So every time you find one in the wild, the chrome on his ears are scratched off. And number two, when you find them in the wild, the feet that make like the dragon heads, always missing. I must have bought and sold 5 or 6 of those. And I have even more still to this day in my junk bin without feet. So if anyone's interested in Gigatrons without their feet, let me know. I will gladly sell you one for $5. Because I'm just holding on to them until one day when I get parts. If I find one that has a busted arm, now I can take the feet off of it and then make a complete one. But that's a fantastic mold. Fantastic mold. And if you get the American one actually has the 12 changer instead of just the 6 changer. So it has the elephant mode. It has all the other modes. The hand mode. What a fantastic toy. Car Robots, Robots in Disguise was an absolutely fantastic Transformer series. It doesn't get enough love. It really doesn't. It was such a filler series along the way, but what a bunch of great designs. Speedbreaker, Mach Alert, Wild Rider, excuse me. No, it was Wild Ride. Then you got the Spy Changers, and God Magnus, Fire Convoy, Indie Heat, Wrecker Hook, Ichan, JRX, which was J4, J5, and J7. Stinkfist 69, from now on, anytime she pops up on TV, can't but picture her squatting. I don't know what that conversation was, but I'm just going to let that slide. JR Mina asked Protoman, what's for dinner? I am going to be having, I went to Costco today, and anyone who knows Costco, they have easily one of the cheapest and best barbecue chickens you could ever buy. I always say, if you go to Costco and you don't pick up a barbecue chicken, what are you doing? It'd be stupid not to buy one. It's so cheap. What is it, like $6 in the States? It's $7.99 for us Canadian. So it's like $5 American. Because it feeds you for like 3 days. Like if you're really smart with a chicken, you could strip that thing down to the bone and you get some, and chicken's like the healthiest protein you could get, baby. It's the best. So I'm going to have that. I had a little bit of it, had some breast, some chicken breast. I had some chicken breast today. I'm going to have the rest of it later today, have some tomorrow. It's good stuff. And I also went to the Asian supermarket, picked up a few things, but mostly going to go with the chicken breast. Costco chicken. Good stuff. Good stuff. A little high on the sodium, but actually not as bad as some of the other places. Mikey with the $5 super chat. Mikey with the $5 super chat. Awesome as always, Proto. Thank you, Mikey. Shout out to My Little Pony fan Jason's birthday. Oh, it's Jason's birthday today. And in honor, what would you pick for the next My Little Pony TF to be? Actually, funny that you mentioned that. Do you guys have marshals in the States? Like it's like you have winners, marshals, and what's the other one? There's winners, marshals. Marshals recently started getting the My Little Pony Transformer on clearance for $5. So if you don't have the My Little Pony Transformer, go pick it up for $5. Can't argue with that. And they had the Ghostbuster one too. I don't know if they had the Power Ranger one, but I know they had the Ghostbuster one and the Transformer one for $5 a piece. What would your next pick for your next My Little Pony TF be? It's funny because I was kind of responsible for one of the first accidental crossovers with Flash Century. I did not intend on that. Who would be the next one? I don't know. There's a lot of Transformer names that cross over with My Little Pony. Cosmos, Trax, Beachcomber, Zigzag. Who am I forgetting? There's more. Not Blast Off. Countdown. Countdown's also a My Little Pony. So take any one of those. Do Beachcomber. You could use the Beachcomber trademark, which I'm pretty sure hasn't been used in a while. Probably has to be used soon. Take Beachcomber and do the My Little Pony and do a crossover. All of those. There's a My Little Pony called Beachcomber, and there's a Transformer called Beachcomber. There's a My Little Pony called Trax, which actually has a train track on its cutie mark. Train tracks as opposed to Corvette tracks. There's so many crossover names you could do there, and that would make it so easy. Do you think Hasbro will make Override and Legacy? If you mean G1 Override, not yet, although we did get a G1 Override as a legend scale from Japan. Google it. Override, the Cybertron character, yes, we have been confirmed that we're getting one. And we have another super chat. So we are going to be getting it. The rumor is that it's an extensive retool of Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. That's the rumor. The rumor and innuendo is that. Which I hope it turns out well, because Nitro Convoy, her male counterpart in Galaxy Force, is one of my favorite Transformer characters. I have a little shrine dedicated to Nitro Convoy, as much as a shrine that there could be. And I have the Kabaya up there somewhere. I love that character. Really, really cool character. The male version. The male version was a badass.
Megatron
he knew his racing, his cornering.
No matter the cost.
We got a new YouTube member, Believe in Bumper. Thank you, Believe in Bumper, for joining the YouTube membership. 8 months. James Hopkins with the $5 super chat. When do you think we will see another Energon Tidal Wave character, and do you think he will be a Commander or Titan class? I think he'll be a Titan class, and I think we will get him. I think we will. I think Tidal Wave is due. I think that his trademark is due, for sure. And he'll be a Titan class. Part of me feels, I know some people might not like it, I feel they might make him the Nemesis. I don't know why. I just have this feeling.
Must be stopped.
But part of me also feels that maybe we could get a Titan class Tidal Wave. You'll get your Tidal Wave that you always wanted. And then they could do Broadside. And then you'll get a crazy huge Broadside. And then you could do a crossover where this crazy huge Broadside is also called the USS Flag. And it could be used with your G.I. Joe toys, too. And that would be crazy, because then we get a big USS Flag thing again. For people that don't know, the USS Flag was this absolutely couch-sized, massive playset from the original Real American Hero G.I. Joe series. The holy grail for most G.I. Joe collectors. James Hopkins with the $5 suit. Oh, we already answered that one. Hold on. Sorry, James. Detective Ferret. What was the first Transformer statue? If we don't count this guy, technically the first Transformer statue was something that was given out to Takara's staff members. Was this little guy right here. That was the very first one. There's also a silver one with a hot rod, apparently, that exists. There's no photography of it, though. So that's technically the first statue, but I'll leave it here. I'm not going to put it back. That's technically the first statue, but not the first retail statue. The first retail statue that was probably cold cast, porcelain or otherwise, No, there was a resin statue by. Okay, so there was a company called MC Axis. MC space Axis, like AXIS, and they were the first ones to do resin statues officially of Transformers. And at the time, because there was no Elita-One toy, there was no RC toy, and then they did a Hot Rod. They did Elita-One, RC, and Hot Rod. MC Axis. I own the Hot Rod one because I'm crazy. My friend Lou, who's a big Gundam collector, he managed to get the RC one many years ago, and he had it in his display of his store. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe he still has it. Hey, Lou, if you're listening, I'd like to buy it. And they did Elita-One. So those were the very first statues, but those were more like building. You had to build those statues because those were like garage kits, and those were available in Japan. And then the first like standalone statue that you didn't have to buy, that you didn't have to build, would probably be Hard Heroes. Hard Heroes got the license for the Transformer statues, and the very first one was Optimus Prime. I have a few of those statues back there. I got them all on sale when Big Bad Toy Store was fire sailing them. I have Shockwave, Hot Rod, not Galvatron, Megatron, Soundwave. Who else do I have? I got the Ravage one too. I want to get the Unicron one. The Unicron one was cool. But so I'll go like, again, crazy little hit. So Garage Kid statues, officially, MC Axis, Hot Rod, Elita-One, and RC. Standalone statue that was actually in retail, Hard Heroes, Optimus Prime. I love it when people always say, they're always like, oh, Protoman, like, when he does his YouTube segments, he's just, he just plans ahead and he just reads off the wiki or something. Bro, you have no idea what's in this crazy noggin. You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm a madman. Believe in Bumper, who is a YouTube member for 8 months now. Do you think Hasbro will ever actually give us a Bumble Jumper with the head? We have the technology. And then he uses our little... bro, I'm telling you, they just need to give us a new head and we put it on that little Bumblebee that we got. Because we got Bumble Jumper, or Bumper. It's that Bumblebee. It's that core class Bumblebee that we got from Buzzworthy. That's Bumble Jumper. It has all the fine details and everything. It just needs the proper head. I'm sure we'll get it at some point. They have to use that mold. Look, they only used it once. We'll get it at some point. We get molds. Sometimes 5 years pass. And then they take a mold and they do something with it. So I wouldn't be surprised. Stinkfist69, my bad, Proto. Sorry, I was talking about Amber Heard earlier. That drama. That drama. Sharding in the bed. That's all I'm going to say. Mark Morales, 1516, wants to know for the $5 super chat. Hey, Proto, you think it is possible for the other Titans could get a rerun or repaint for Legacy? Well... I think it's really if it's in their best interest. The only Titan class that ever got a true, like, I'll say re-release. Not repaint, not rerun, not, like the only true re-release we ever got was Devastator. Devastator came out when? Like 2014? 2013? And, no, it was later than that. Was it? No, it was 2014, I think. We got Devastator in 2014, and then they did that reissue of him on Hasbro Pulse, in 2019? Like, all those years later? So, and it sold out. So it was in their best interest. It's something if they feel the money's there. And if the factory, the thing is that guys have to understand, too, they have to commission the factory to do it. The factory has to have the schedule, the space, the time, to put that all together, to have the workers assemble all of that. There's not an endless supply of machines and factory space and factory workers to just make all this stuff. So it has to be scheduled in. It has to be scheduled in. But yeah, I could see them. Like, look, where's my Metro Titan from Metroplex? I'm surprised they didn't do that. Where's my my Brave Max from Fortress Maximus? We got Grand Max. Where's my Brave Max? Like, there's so many little things they could have done. Shatter Glass, the medical colors for Devastator. And then when you look at Omega Supreme, Omega Sentinel, that's pretty much a given, that one. It's practically Countdown. I think we'll get something. At some point, we're going to get something. At some point, we're going to get something. I mean, we already got Black Zarek. Black Zarek was Hasbro Pulse testing if they could repaint the Titan class and put it out there. But also, what a lot of people don't realize is we got Black Zarek because Scorponok came out right when the Big V was at its craziest. Like, the Big V hits March 2020. Everything shuts down. Stores closed. Everything closes. Retail. It's the end of the world. Oh my God. And then Hasbro goes, hey, we made this big product that's going to take shelf space. Do you retailers want it? And what do you think happened? Most retailers didn't pick up Scorponok. A lot of them didn't. And so they put all this time and energy into Scorponok, and it didn't have all this selling that got involved. Obviously, Amazon was able to move it in a lot of warehouse kind of situations, online stores, but a lot of the retail space, which is the bread and butter of pre-sale, all the millions of Walmarts and Targets and Toys R Us's and everything, they were closed. And then when you talk about, countries like Canada and other places that had some serious lockdowns, all of those regions too didn't have Scorponox in retail. So Hasbro went, hey man, we took all the time and energy to put this mold together, and now it's not even out there. So they did the Black Zarek to get it back. So it was a very unique kind of scenario. Very unique kind of scenario. I'd like to see more though, but Titan classes are not prone to many repaints, unfortunately. But we did see that image of a Omega Sentinel on Mark's desktop. Could be a tease, or it could be something legit, but we don't know. Lizard Sphere X, we need Glyph. Oh, I'd love to have a new Glyph figure. I have the original. I did a photography of the Valentine's Day special issue from IDW. I have the original Bakon one. Glyph and her boyfriend, which is Tap Out. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Tap Out yet, which is ironic because all of those prototypes that we've seen of Masterpiece Cliff Jumper, they were originally in green. So it's technically a Masterpiece Tap Out figure. G2 Devastator, yeah, that's another good one too. Yeah, G2, you have two colors for G2 Devastator. You have orange and then you have the yellowy orange. Tom Laney, Arc into animated Omega Supreme or Supreme Lugnut. Well, there's two right there. That would be awesome. But that would give us an animated character, because we need animated characters. But that's if they want to give us animated characters. They're so stubborn, Hasbro, when it comes to giving us animated stuff. Who knows? Who knows? We got 6 minutes left in the in the chat today. So get your super chats in. I'm going to open up one more package before we're done. Let's see. Let's open up this one. Another, like, it's clearly not a Transformer shaped box, I think. I don't know. So let's open up that one. Here we go. Oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh tin. Is it Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Okay. The only Yu-Gi-Oh cards I ever get are it's a nice Yu-Gi-Oh tin though. Look at that. That's really cool. It's gold. The only Yu-Gi-Oh cards I collect are the ones that are based off of previous properties. Like there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards of Gomon, the Mystical Ninja. They did Yu-Gi-Oh cards of Castlevania. They did Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all these Konami stuff. They never did a Yu-Gi-Oh card of Bomberman though. That would have been cool. So what's inside? Oh, what is this now? What is this now? What is this now? What is the madness in here? What is... Oh my God. I swear I didn't know this. I swear I did not know this. It is... I did not know we were getting this. It is a 3D printed Botanica. That is so cool. Oh, it's articulated too. It's very fragile though. Oh my God. It is a 3D printed Botanica figure. What? What? That is crazy. That is crazy. I swear, guys, I swear I did not know I was getting this. Look, you guys know I talk about getting a Botanica figure. Oh my goodness. That is cool. Oh man, where do I'm going to have to put that in the third party display. Oh, that is really cool. I don't want... Oh my, wait, it has the other face too. I didn't even notice that. That's crazy. What? That is crazy. There's other things in here too. Oh, nice. It's all the other cards I'm missing. Speed Trap, Fire Drive. I want to make a Hot Rod deck. Anyone who's coming to TFCon, we're going to try to run some Transformer TCG stuff. I'm pretty sure Vangelis is going to want to get in on that too. Pretty sure. Megatron. Is this the rare? Is this the rare one that I'm missing? Ooh, it might be the rare I'm missing. Then you got Brunt, Full Tilt, and Wipeout. Very nice. Thank you, Mikey and Willie. Oh my God, you guys are fucking crazy. You guys are fucking crazy. I have to swear, but I swear, you know, you guys are nuts. Look at that. That's crazy. That's bananas. Holy moly. You got to share those files online. Wait, there's still more stuff in here. Are these, interchangeable arms? Oh, because you could do the other flower modes. Oh my God. I got to do a photo shoot of this. Holy. Guys, be sure to follow the Instagram. I'm gonna take photos. Oh man, you know what though? I'm gonna have to use the McDonald's Rat Trap figure because the actual Rat Trap figure is way too big. I have to use Mickey D's Rat Trap. That is badass, man. Now I understand. And a pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh tin too. That's a pretty good tin. I'm gonna put you back in here though. Oh my God, that is so cool. That is so cool. You guys should share that and sell that online. People would dig the hell out of that. Or maybe just me because I'm weird. Maybe just me because I'm a weird dude. That is so cool. That is awesome. I swear I did not know that. But that's what happens when you talk too much about something. It just, it wills itself to you. Thanks for your time as always, Proto. Fun as always. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you for coming by, Tom Laney. Looks like she was transforming like those Digivolving toys. I have a bunch of those Digivolving toys. I have my Gabumon, my Garurumon that turns into Were Garurumon. Spades Play with the gold super chat for $10. Thank you, Spades Play. Hey, Proto, since Walmart got an exclusive Netflix line, and that's why we didn't get a G1 style Soundwave, does that mean they also own the Hasbro, the Hound mold too? No, they don't. So you have to understand, the Hound mold was used in Siege standalone. Now, they used Hound with that line too, but they used a lot of molds within the Netflix line. But the mold uniquely was not debuted in Walmart. I think the only unique molds to the Walmart one, if you want to be very specific, was the Elita-One head sculpt, the Siege Soundwave done in Earth mode Soundwave design, the Bumblebee, which kills everybody. I think that's it. Because then when they did the Wave 2 stuff, it was all just straight up repaints. And the one afterwards was all just straight up repaints with the Beast stuff. I think it's just those three. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But I think that's it. Hound was originally a Siege figure. So he could be used to... Look, they did Hound Siege. Then they did the Generation Selects Hot Shot, the EDC one. You know? So... For sure, though, we'll see a Hound mold. We'll get a Earth Hound mold, which is technically already is Earth Hound mold. But we'll get a Hound again. We'll get a Hound again. Unfortunately, it might end up being a movie Hound again or something. But we'll get a Hound figure again. For sure. He's too popular. That's one... Those are like one of those characters that it's like, you know, like, are we ever going to get a Starscream figure? You know, or a Skywarp? Those are like figures that like they're guaranteed. You're going to get them every 2 years minimum. They always put them out there. We'll open up one more, guys, and then we'll call it a night. That's what we'll do. We'll open up one more because we're at the tail end of our evening together. A lot of fun to be had. We'll open up one more box. One more. Also a mysterious brown box. Where's the Exacto? Let's open up this one. I got tons of recycling to do afterwards. You should see the amount of paper there is there. What do we got here? this another 3D printed thing? What is this? What the hell? Is that a 3D printed hot rod? Holy crap. And it has wheels on the bottom. Is this like a Hot Wheel toy that's... Oh my goodness. What else is in here? And another 3D printed... Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is cool. It's like almost like a die-cast car. A 3D printed hot rod thing. Actually, you know what's funny? Because I always keep a hot rod toy nearby. Just for reference. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh my god, I'm going to have so much stuff I'm going to have to put in the third-party display now. So this one has like freewheeling. And then this one's kind of like, you know, like as if you bought like a die cast, like a 1x25 scale, like Mezco or Maestro. Maestro is the company, excuse me. That's so cool. Look at that. You got to share these files, Mikey and Louie, man. You got like these, that is so cool. Thank you so much. That is really cool. This one's cool too. Like, what the hell? Like... Oh, and so it comes in a box, right? And in the box, oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you so much, guys. Wow. You guys are nuts. I always say I'm nuts. You guys are nuts. You guys are crazy. It was a Hot Wheels. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's true. Look at that. What was it gutted from? From the GT Scorcher. Mattel GT Scorcher. Somewhere there's a Hot Wheel that's missing its top. People used to always say you could take the Lightning McQueen from Cars and you could kind of retool it into stuff. Whoa, what's going on there? Mister, you are going to get blocked. You need to be not rude. But anyways, time is up. I'll block you later. It's the end of the night, guys. Thank you all for coming. It was a great evening. And great prizes, great things, great presents by everyone. Awesome stuff. Great questions. Thank you all for coming. Again, if you want to support the podcast, again, join the Patreon down there. The Patreon link will be available. Patreon.com/Protoman. That's probably the best way to support the channel. If you don't like Patreon, if somehow Patreon's not your thing, we also have YouTube membership, which many of our green people there have been also coming. Mr. Spammer, I feel for you, brother, but today's your last day on this planet of Protoman. Transformers Shadow Rising Human Alliance arcade game. I guess he really likes that arcade game. But unfortunately, that's all you're going to have in the end. Anyways, guys, take care. You know, it's funny in the replay, no one's going to see, everyone's going to be yelling spamming, but no one's going to see it because I'm going to delete it all and then ban him. Thanks all for coming, guys. Thanks for all the love and support. I hope you had fun today. I hope you had fun and learned something. 2 hours listening to this mug. Thanks all for coming. Have a great evening. Take care of yourself. Enjoy yourselves. We have a beautiful Sunday tomorrow. Just kick back, relax, and enjoy the robots in the skies. And Guy using Hebrew as his name is not going to get very far. Take care. And as always, like they say, roll out.